I just figured I'd do a little update on the situation around here. Uh, the Silkies have got a new house. I'm going to be putting some wheels underneath it so it's mobile. And we'll move this fence around right here and move them around the yard. But yeah, they got themselves a new house. And over here, we got ourselves an awesome squash plant that is just taking over, doing its thing. I don't think it's actually going to grow that much more, but it might. It's running two main vines down either side of the carport. And according to what we're reading, the vines have to go die back completely for us to harvest the squash. So that's what we're working on. Just watching it grow, trying to keep it watered a little bit. Not real perfect at it. That's a major undertaking sometimes, but we do have irrigation hose right here. We just hook the garden hose up to it, run it for a couple hours. But yeah, we got a whole bunch of this mint right here we got to pull up. A little bit of wood, firewood. But yeah, as you can see, the vine is just running wild. This in here is headed to, I need to put another rope on there, another line so I keep going. But yeah, that's how the squash is doing. Way out there is the pasture. I'm trying to get that big stuff knocked down. I didn't move the cows into it. Yeah. And we got our garden. And pokes out and need to get it up. Our horseradish and our rosemary. We got tomatoes. This here was, my understanding, was a self-planted last year, and it just made the heck out of tomatoes. But we harvested our potatoes yesterday or the day before, so we harvested them at some point. And then, like I said, we got this. Got a few carrots. And got the flowers here. We're gonna put more dirt and stuff in here, and she got some stuff she wants to plant for fall garden. And so yeah, let me show you some of the stuff here. Some of our cucumbers came up. At least one of them. I see one of them. She said there was. I only see one right there now. Am I zoomed out? Yeah, okay. But yeah, there's a cucumber coming out. Let me get that watered. Something came along and ate our beans. We're thinking it might be a deer. I don't know. They didn't leave us much. But then, something came along and ate our freaking cantaloupes. And we got one hanging here that they haven't got a hold of. We might get that one. So if you look off in there, just about every cantaloupe, every melon that we had got eaten. I think it was a possum, groundhog or something. You can see the seeds where they dropped the seeds on the ground. Yep. They just went after them. They tried to get these. I think these were too hard for them. We got a couple growing on the vine on the trellis up there. And our wonderful corn patch. That's bragging rights right there. Got 3 corn plants out of a patch I planted. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. We got taters here that need to be harvested, and we got taters here. This is Yukon Golds, and this is sweet potatoes. And we need to get them harvested. And then we got these tomatoes over here. that we're trying to get growing. I ain't sure what these are. It's all puffy. Looks solid, but dang, it's puffy. Yeah, they need to be watered. They had hornworms. I don't actually see. I always have a hard time seeing them, but I know it's there. You can tell it's got a hornworm on it somewhere. And yeah, we're growing tomatoes a little bit. We need to get it watered. That's all I need to do is turn the water on. Crank it up a couple hours and let it do its thing. But if you're a little way out there, what I did is I cranked the lawnmower up as high as it'd go just to cut down that tall stuff that the cows won't eat. And that's all. I'm not really trying to get it perfect, just to cut it down. Then over in there, over in that direction over there, we're gonna have the orchard gonna run down that fence line. That's the north fence line. So we put the trees on the north fence line, they won't shade anything in our yard. So that was a pretty clever idea. So yeah. And of course got a hay barn. I gotta close it up. This hay barn needs to be this was the only downside to this. As you can see, that tarp gave up. This thing is shrinking. Yeah, there we go. Tarp gave up, and what we're going to do is we'll take some of that kind of insulation right there and put it up there on the frame and then put another tarp over it. Try to get a little more life out of it. But eventually what I want to do is take this frame and use it like an arch, like a trellis, and have it where you could drive underneath it. The entrance into the garden. But yeah. And of course there's always a bumper crop of grass to take care of. We're putting in a new area right here so that the girls have a little extra play space. But I gotta get all these pallets tied in now. Got the T-post in a little tighter, so now I just gotta tie the pallets to the T-post. And then they can have a little jungle area to play in. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. But yeah. So that's a garden update. Let's see what else we look at. Like I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a three line fence on here. I pulled some insulators off of it because we needed them over there, and we lost our chestnut trees. So what I'm going to do is whack this down with the lawnmower. Like I said, sit at the highest cutting, and then turn the cows back off in here, but along the north line here. So this is like 15 feet between this wire right here and the perimeter. And what I'm going to do is run up through here and turn this into plant fruit trees in here. To move them out of the front yard and plant them in here. That's why the cows will have this hickory tree for shade. And down there with that other patch of trees, I'll get it cut down and cleaned out and then try to turn it into pasture too. But like I said, all I'm trying to do is run through here with a lawnmower in this area and just knock down this high stuff, and hopefully it's so late in the season that this stuff won't come back. And but I want to run this line right here, this fence right here, all the way down to the other perimeter fence over there, which you can't really see it from here, but Way down there is a T-post. Yeah, you can see it way down there. Way down there. That T-post. And then this would be like 15 feet of space that we'll use for the orchard. Move the trees out of the front yard and turn the front yard into more pasture. That way we're working our cows on three spots. Lots of plans. Plans change as we go along. Never know. I didn't mow that strip because, well, those wires are hot, and I didn't want to have to get into them with the lawnmower. I figured it's just easier to mow around them, because when I pull this fence, which I'm going to end up pulling this fence and moving it over there so I can divide two pastures back here, and then that way they'll be over here, and then that pasture can grow over there, and we just switch them back and forth. So. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the season. August is almost over now. So it's just a matter of time. We'll get that first frost. Then I'll come out here with a weed torch and burn this off. And sow some seed out here and try to get some grass besides this tall stuff that they don't eat.